Good afternoon and welcome everyone to today's Economic Forecast Luncheon. My name is Rose Oswald-Poles and I'm the President and CEO of the Wisconsin Bankers Association, and it is truly my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 14th annual Wisconsin Economic Forecast Luncheon here in Madison. In preparation for this event, we asked leaders in the agriculture, real estate, manufacturing, healthcare, and other sectors to lend their insight on how the economy is currently affecting their particular industry and to provide predictions for the upcoming year. These articles are available to you on our website at www.bankonomics.com, and there's a brochure at your spot that will also give you that link. We're very excited this year to again have two experts to share their insights with us as to what 2019 will bring. And we're also very pleased to have three new groups helping to join us this year as presenting sponsors. In addition, we have a few tables of students, high school students from 5 different area high schools. So I want to welcome them here today, as well as thank the banks that are sponsoring their presence here. The purpose of today's event is to provide you with insight as to where our economy is headed in 2019. With regard to the banking industry, we saw steady growth in Wisconsin throughout 2018, and I expect that trend to continue through most of 2019 as well. Through the third quarter of 2018, Wisconsin's 204 headquartered banks grew by all key measures. Collectively, total assets grew to over $115 billion, net income grew to over $1 billion, and total loans and leases grew nearly $84 billion, to nearly $84 billion. Continuing to tell this positive story about the health of our state's economy and that of its citizens and businesses, non-current loans and leases dropped to its lowest level in 7 years at just under $647,000. And I'm very pleased to say that 96% of Wisconsin's institutions ended the third quarter profitably. Despite the industry's shrinking numbers, the size of our banks continue to grow through 2019 as these positive trend lines will continue. However, we're mindful that a correction may come and start to materialize perhaps at the end of the year or in 2020. So we're looking forward to the year with some cautious optimism. Again, the purpose of today's program is really to hear forecasts from other experts, and we have a great program here for you this afternoon. I would like to begin by introducing our host, Jeff Mayers. Jeff is the president of WizPolitics.com, an online political and government news service in Madison that operates WizPolitics.com, WizBusiness.com, WizOpinion.com, and other news services. A former AP editor, reporter, and political writer for the State Journal, Jeff has been in the news business since graduating from college, which was only just a few years ago, right, Jeff? Please help me welcome Jeff Mayers.
Yes, thanks, Rose, for not mentioning my graduation date from college. Anyway, so hi, everybody. Welcome to the 2019 Wisconsin Economic Forecast Luncheon. I want to thank the Bankers Association for putting this on. They do a great job every year, so let's give Rose and everybody a round of applause. So before we get going with our speakers, let's thank our sponsors. Of course, the Wisconsin Bankers Association, Construction Business Group, the Wisconsin Building Trades Council, the Wisconsin Realtors Association, Wisconsin Transportation Builders Association, Associated Bank, BOK Financial Institutional Advisors, Bankonomics, Bankers Bank, Boardman and Clark, News Talk 1310 WIBA, and WizBusiness.com. So let's hear it for all the sponsors. Okay, now it's my pleasure to introduce Shel Lubar. Shel is president and CEO of Ixonia Bank Shares, as well as the founder and chairman of Lubar and Company. And Shel is going to introduce the governor.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here. And thank you, Jeff. And I am extraordinarily honored to be able to introduce Governor Evers to everyone here. Tony Evers, on November 6, 2018, was voted the 46th governor of Wisconsin. Prior to his election, he served as the Wisconsin State Superintendent of Public Instruction, winning statewide elections in 2009, 2013, and 2017. With over 3 decades of public education experience, Governor Evers has dedicated his life to fighting for Wisconsin's children and serving the people of Wisconsin. As a lifelong educator, the governor believes in bringing people together to solve the problems facing our state and putting the people of Wisconsin first. And God knows we need to be brought together. More. Also remember, an educated population is the real wealth of nations and in turn states, not oil or gold in the ground or even productive land, but an educated population. Governor Evers began his career in 1976 and has served Wisconsin students, parents, and citizens all over the state of Wisconsin. He was born and raised in Plymouth, Wisconsin, graduated from Plymouth High School, and earned his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree in educational administration from the University of Wisconsin in Madison. Tony is married, and Tony, I think I heard this at the inauguration, he's married to his kindergarten sweetheart. Is that right?
That's true. Yes, it is.
Oh, there you are. And Kathy is also an educator. They're parents of 3 adult children. They're all public school graduates, and he has 9 grandchildren. So please welcome our friend and the new governor of Wisconsin, Tony Evers.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate you. Very honored.
I am so happy that you're doing what you are.
Thank you.
Anytime I can do anything providing for I'm here for.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and it's an absolute honor to be here today, and it's a double treat for me to be introduced by Shel Lubar, who has done so many great things for the state of Wisconsin. Shel, thank you so much. Just start out on a light note. As I was pulling up here, as we were pulling up here this afternoon, the one thing that I've noticed about being governor is they bring you in through the back, so you get to see the underbelly of just about every large gathering across the state of Wisconsin. It kind of reminded me of being one time Kathy and I took the Amtrak from Chicago to New Orleans, and you saw the underbelly of every city as you went through it. So anyway, it's good to be here nonetheless. And I'd also like to recognize Kathy Blumenfeld. I don't know where Kathy is. I know you're here. Kathy is the new secretary designee for the Department of Financial Institutions, and she's going to do an outstanding job, and I know she'll be a good ally for all of you in this room. So thank you, Kathy, for being here, and thank you for agreeing to do this. It's a real important luncheon for me to be at. I need to make sure that I'm reaching out to folks, a disparate group of folks, frankly, all across the state. Yesterday I began my 10 years governor visiting Gunderson Clinic and Hospital in the La Crosse area, talking about health care. Today I'll be visiting with you about these issues around businesses and the business climate of the state of Wisconsin and what I believe in. And tomorrow we'll be visiting a DMV outpost in Wausau, and the next day we'll be up at Lincoln Hills visiting the Juvenile Correctional Institution. So we're off to a great start, and it's great visiting with all of you today. So the one thing I want to start out talking about is the most important part for me as far as selecting people like Kathy to be